What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Pepe's price has now made the move that we were talking about in yesterday's video, and I want to tell you exactly what I'm looking for next and what I'm doing now. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And don't forget, guys, if you do want to trade a little Pepe yourself on up to 50x leverage, you can use that BTCC link down below. You can trade it up to 50x leverage here. There's even some cryptos you can trade on up to 500x leverage, although I highly suggest you stay away from 500x leverage. Now, if you do use the BTCC link down below, guys, specifically that link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on first time deposits between $500 and $100,000. So this means if you deposit $2,000, they're going to give you $200 to start trading with. If you turn that into $500, all that profit is yours, guys. So go take advantage of that down below. You can literally get free gains right now, and during the bull market where there's a lot of gains to be had, go check that out. I do 30-40% of my trading on a daily basis over here, so feel free to check that out down below. Let me know what you think and go take advantage of that 10% bonus. Now, looking at Pepe, okay, what we've been talking about recently is the fact that Pepe's price had, more recently broken out of that structure that we were tracking. Of course, we had the, remember, let me kind of give you a little context. You remember we had the red box that was basically right here, boom, and then we had a descending trend line that was right here. We had the breakout, but I told you, if Pepe's price comes back down and loses this key level of support, meaning it goes below this, we need to start considering this to be more of a macro descending channel, and we're going to need to change our outlook on it a little bit. We're going to have to start to assume that this is more of a macro descent, much less a short-term descent, and this could, of course, continue a good bit lower from there. So we need to, of course, kind of reassess things a bit if that is the case. Now, funnily enough, I made a video yesterday, and it was just going over this exact hypothetical situation. I said, hypothetically, if this happens, this is what we're going to do. And I asked you guys, I was like, do you guys find these videos valuable? Like whenever we just go over hypotheticals, and all of you are like, yes, we like it. And the next thing you know, that hypothetical comes to fruition. So I guess we're going to keep doing some hypothetical videos here and there. But here we are, of course, with Pepe, and what you can see is that this bad boy is trending downwards. It has made a move below that key level of support right there, trying to backtest it as we speak, but that really doesn't matter to me whatsoever. The moment you do lose that support, you invalidate that short-term breakout, and you've now entered into a macro descending channel. Now, I've told you all rather consistently, I don't particularly think this is a bad thing. I think whenever you look at Pepe, especially from like the daily perspective, right, seeing it come back down and have some sort of little correction like this isn't bad. And quite frankly, like, I know this sounds bad to say, but it could get substantially worse. What we've seen right here is not that bad whatsoever. I mean, you have to look at what happened even back in June, right? Or back in May. From the top to the bottom, I mean, this thing fell 54%. We've seen that over and over and over again. I mean, even look back here, right? Like, we've seen this bad boy fall about 64% right there. So in this little instance in which Pepe's price is down, a reasonable amount, 30%, you got to understand it's just a healthy correction, especially in the grand scheme of things. When we're talking about meme coins, 30%, 40%, 50% pullbacks happen all the time. This isn't something that's like, oh my goodness, it's never going to come back again. No, it's just, okay, this is much more of a big pullback than I thought it was. This isn't some type short-term cool down. This is more of a macro correction and a macro reset. This is going to allow for all those indicators to reset, and it's going to put Pepe in a spot to where it can try to break to the upside. You guys know that I've said it rather consistently. Structurally, I really love these descending channels. I've come to realize that they are one of the most bullish things that a crypto can do. Whenever you enter into these little descending channels, it means that you're getting a full-fledged cool down, full-fledged reset. The bears are winning, but they're not winning by a lot. And what typically will happen is they'll break to the upside. Descending channels have over 80% chance of breaking upwards, meaning that in a situation like we're in right now, it's very likely that Pepe is going to trend downwards within this channel and then try to break out towards the upside of it and try to retest some of these areas to the top side. So likely put in some gains. And so as a result of it, that I personally have decided, well, you know what? I'm going to set in my buy zone, and exactly what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy anytime it hits the bottom 25% of this channel, and I'm just going to stack up those little positions. And when eventually Pepe's price does break upwards, which I do believe it will, all of those positions that I bought towards the bottom side of this channel are going to end up in profit. Now, I did actually announce that over in the Discord earlier, I do believe. Let's see, where was that? Yep, here we go. Yeah, you can see that, right? I bought a little Pepe this morning as it hit the DCA green box, and that's exactly what this is. It's that green box. This is where I'll be DCAing at. And the guys, I will let you know, if you want to stick around to the end of the video, whether you're a beginner in crypto and technical analysis or whether you're extremely advanced, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing over in our Discord server with some of the courses and classes that we just started releasing. So do stick around towards the end, because that is available for you, whether you're a beginner or advanced. So again, stick around towards the end of the video for that. Now, looking at Pepe, okay, what we need to do now is, now that we have it established what the game plan is, and now we know, okay, well, I'm going to just be doing some dollar cost averaging in this green box and letting this bad boy ride it out. I guess what we can probably do now is start to look at some of these indicators, and we can get an idea if from a macro perspective this thing is starting to reset or not, because I think that's really what it's going to come down to. I think it's going to come down to, is it resetting or is it not resetting? Because when it does fully reset, that's going to be the point in time in which we actually start to see it grow, I think. So what we can see here is that, let's start with the 4-hour RSI. We can see that as Pepe's price is heading back down towards these levels, this 4-hour RSI is resetting incredibly fast. I mean, look, we're already back at that 32 threshold. The last time we were at this level was right back here. So let me do this. Let me look at this. I'll do that, and then I will cross-reference that with this. Boom. Okay, so the last time that Pepe's 4-hour RSI was at this level was right here, right before we put in the very bottom of this big macro move, and then absolutely sent it to the top side. Now, does that mean that we're going to do that exactly right here? No, of course not, right? I mean, you can't guarantee that, but it is a good sign. Whenever you're in a moment like this where you are seeing this bad boy resetting back down towards levels that you've bounced off of recently, it is a good sign that you very well might see that happen again, that you might be able to see that push to the upside. And I mean, it doesn't, of course, mean we're going to just do this, right? But it could mean, hey, we might start pushing back upwards, try to retest the top of this thing. Then maybe we come back down one more time, back test that 50% threshold, and then go for the move. It's just a sign that things might start to change soon, that tide might start to shift. So that does further incentivize me to want to, of course, be doing some buying towards the bottom side of this green zone. Obviously, there is the opportunity that Pepe is going to fall out of this descending channel. It just does not happen very often. It's like a 10 or 15% chance that it happens. And anytime that this does happen, what usually will happen is it'll find a higher low, recover back into that channel, then break to the top side of it. So if, in my opinion, I'm like, I'll invite this. I'm like, go ahead. Like, go ahead. I'll happily be wrong if this is what's going to happen, because of the 10 or 15% of the times that I've seen us fall out of descending channels, this has happened like 60 or 70% of the time. So if by chance we see Pepe's price, completely just send it through this green box, I will be doing some pretty dang on big buying, because I do expect a higher low and a re-entrance into this, and then a breakout above it very, very soon. So overall, I mean, where we are with Pepe is actually a pretty decent spot. Obviously, it sucks to see it pull back, but anybody who's been in crypto for a while knows these sort of corrections are good. We know that these types of corrections and pullbacks and cooldowns where we can see our indicators, for example, resetting like this, is always a good thing, especially during a bull market where we were coming off of euphoria. When Pepe hit this here, we were in peak euphoria, in my opinion, and being able to casually fall out of that euphoria without needing to crash out of that euphoria is extremely good. It's a strong sign that we're still in a very, very, very good spot in this bull market, and we very easily can see this market continue upwards. And so because of that, although I didn't particularly want to see this level here lost, it's not the end of the world. It just means that Pepe might go down a little bit further, or maybe just a little bit longer. And so my game plan is to continue purchasing within this green box and ride this sucker out. Now, as I did mention earlier, if you are somebody who is looking to kind of elevate within the world of crypto a little bit, what I want you to do is I want you to go check out the Patreon down below. Okay, so in the Patreon down below for $5 a month, what you're going to get access to are insights with Tyler. So this is going to come with my thoughts and insights about events and news and how I'm feeling about things. For example, I gave them a 7-minute long message the other day going over like just how I'm buying and what my strategies for buying are during the bull market. You're going to get daily technical analysis reports for you to study and use. You're going to get daily fundamental analysis for you to study and use. And you're going to get 5 different beginners courses. This is going to come with one about technical analysis, fundamental analysis, leverage trading, altcoin investing, and meme coin investing. They're going to be about 30 minutes to an hour long. This one, the TA one, has a 17-page PDF that comes with it, which also includes some cheat sheets that'll help you learn technical analysis much faster. And again, all of that is available for $5 a month. I just did release a $17 a month option. That does then include premium classes and workshops. So this is going to be extra content. This is going to be much more detailed. This is going to be a little bit more advanced. For example, me and my friend Sam from My Financial Friend channel, we did a 25-minute video going over our 5 keys to bull market investing. We also have a pro trader who's in the server who's going to be posting their bullish setups and trades, and we are going to be doing some premium Q&As and workshops and stuff like that for the premium members as well. So if that is something that you want to do, go check out. Feel free to go check that out down below. If you're more advanced, I would head towards the premium membership because that's where things get a little bit more detailed. But if you're just new to the world of crypto looking to elevate, check out that $5 a month option because it does come with a lot of stuff that'll help you start getting in that direction of being able to get your own trades going. We do have some people posting their wins in the community right now, and it's great. Obviously, we saw this guy 2,500% win. We saw this guy 1,200% win. This one 135% win. We saw these ones 284. 102. You can see the gains are there, and the gains are being made, and the community is learning and growing. So feel free to go check that out down below. I think that's a very good, affordable affordable price for what we do offer. So I'd love for you to go check that out. And of course, don't forget, if you do want to trade some Pepe yourself, you can check out that BTCC link down below if you want a 10% bonus on all first time deposits. But overall, again, where we are with Pepe, we're in a good spot. I know it might feel bad, it might suck, it might not feel good, but you have to understand that sometimes things like this are necessary. Sometimes you just need to see this happen. And I think that's where we are with Pepe. I think we're seeing something that's necessary, needs to happen, a reset that we're going to look back on and be like, dang, I wish I would have bought more while we were traveling through that descending channel. So of course, I'll continue to update you every single day as much as possible on Pepe, on Solana, on SHIB, on Sui, on all of these different cryptos. I like to post 6 or 7 vids a day. So make sure that you do turn on those notifications so you never miss one. And of course, check out those links down below that we did talk about earlier. But of course, I hope you all have a fantastic morning, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.